Hi, I'm Dave Allen, and welcome to the Gamer's Den. Today what we'll be doing is turn 3 of chapter 1 of our Mice and Mystics series. So last turn, we're able to find the Tinkerer's treasure, finish off that last rat warrior, fall through the sewer grate, splash right into the water, into the sewers, and now we find out that we're surrounded by 3 rat warriors. So what I'm going to do is show you guys what the initiative track is looking like right now. Looks pretty great. We actually have 3 mice that go before the rat warriors go, and then we have Nez to kind of be our closer, so that's going to be kind of great. So what I was really happy to see is that I got some player submissions, which is really awesome, and I really hope to get some more from you guys. I have 2 submissions that I got, so there actually be 1 mouse that does not actually have a submission. So Colin's going to go first, and I have a player submission for him. From MelodiousZachB from YouTube. He actually wanted me to move Colin over 1 space on the sewer tile into the next water space, and he wanted me to search for that fish hook and thread, knowing that it's going to be very useful for us to get out of the water and be able to move on to the next tile. So let's just go to the table and see how Colin does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll for movement first, and he rolls a 2. So Colin is actually going to move over to this space, and when you're in water spaces you can only move over 1 space at a time. So even if I would normally be able to move 4 spaces, Colin can only move over 1 space this turn. Now while you're in the water you can actually search. So what we're going to do is we're going to search for that fish hook and thread, and Colin's going to search for it. Oh, and he finds it, which is awesome. So what you're going to do, you're going to look through the search deck, find the fish hook and thread card. You're going to place that card over on the story control board in the broken glass space, which kind of represents our party items and the items that our party can use at any time. And the fish hook and thread is going to help us be able to get out of the water much quicker than we normally would have to. There's kind of some rules, and I'll go over those in just a minute, but for right now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to grab the fish hook and thread card, we're going to shuffle the search deck, put that back into its pile. Then what you have to do is out of the token pile, you have to grab the fish hook and thread token and put that into your party space as well. Party items are items that anyone in your party can go and grab. Now, it's very important to know this because it's going to impact the strategy that you're going to have in the game. Now, he would normally be able to do a free action before he ended his turn, but when you're in water spaces, you cannot do a free action. So that includes sharing equipment or cheese. That also includes equipping an item to your mouse, as well as leveling up your mouse. So Colin's going to have to end his turn. And what he's going to do, he's actually going to slide down, just like that, 1 space because of the current of the water in the sewers. So now he's a little close to that rat warrior. It's kind of getting a little nerve-wracking, but now we're going to end Colin's turn. All right, Colin can actually search. I think what the guard's helmet just needed to be was flooded with water. Maybe if it was in the sewers, maybe Colin would have actually found that Tinkerer's treasure. Who knows? So Colin's able to find the fish hook and thread, puts it into the party stash for us. So now we have that in the party stash. We can use that on any mouse's turn. We can actually pull the fish hook and thread from the party stash and be able to use it. And the fish hook and thread actually enables us to get out of water spaces much quicker. So looking into that, Colin, very good contribution to the team. Now that he's actually leading in the initiative track, it looks like he's ready to get some stuff done. So now we're going to go on to Tilda's turn. Before we go on to Tilda's turn, what I wanted to do is actually call a shout out to Jim Medlock, who left a comment for me on the video about what to do with Tilda. And what's great is they even put a condition on there, which is awesome. So he says that if Colin finds the fish hook and thread on his turn, he still wanted to move Tilda over one space and to search for an item. So maybe he's hoping that she can find something else to help the team, or maybe get a scroll that might be able to help them get out of the water. There's a lot of items in that search deck. Let's try to see what Tilda can do. So I'm gonna have Tilda roll for movement, and she gets a 3. And so just like we did with Colin, you can only move one space at a time in water. So we're gonna take Tilda, she's gonna swim over here in the water, and now she's going to do a search action just like Jim asked us to. And I'm going to roll the die here, and we are gonna see if she finds anything. She actually doesn't. So she looks into the water, she doesn't find anything in this space, and she's gonna have to end her turn. So what Tilda's going to do is she's actually going to slide down one space like that, and she's gonna be over there with Colin on this turn. So Tilda can't find anything in the water at the moment. It's understandable. It's not easy, right, to swim in the water and try to find things and kind of scurry about. So what we're gonna do is kind of give her the benefit of the doubt. You know, Tilda tried her best. And so she's gonna hang out with Colin in that water space. Sorry, Jim, I guess Tilda didn't do what you hoped her to do, but you know, maybe we'll see what we can get done next turn. We're going to go to Maginos' turn, who didn't have a player submission yet this week. I'm going to take control of Maginos and do his turn, and hopefully be able to take down a rat warrior. So let's see. I'm going to roll for movement, and I'm actually going to do something before I even move in the water, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. So I'm going to roll for movement, so he gets a 2, plus his 2 of movement will give him 4 spaces that he can possibly move, but obviously in water he can only move 1 space. Maginos, though, is looking at these 3 rat warriors. They're just waiting for us on this side of the tile, just kind of menacingly looking at us, waiting for us to try to get up onto that side. And what Maginos is going to want to do is actually probably try to take down one of these rat warriors before they become an issue next turn. I'm going to use Maginos' staff and hope that we can actually take down one of these rat warriors and be able to at least clear up some space on our way home. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll for attack of Maginos. Ooh! Maginos does not hit because he did not roll a bow, a green bow on the die. So he didn't roll a green bow, but there is some positivity here. He rolled a cheese. And what's great is that has something called draw power on his card. And I'll show it to you guys on the screen. And it says, when attacking, Maginos receives 2 cheese for each cheese rolled instead of 1. So what's going to happen is that we're actually going to add 2 cheese now to Maginos' card. So he has 2 cheese waiting right there for him. So what I will do is move Maginos over 1 now. So I'll do his movement phase. And then, now he can't do anything else on his turn. He will slide down right there with the current and be there with Colin and Tilda. Now we have our wonderful 3 rat warriors there waiting for us. So we're going to see what they're going to do on their turn. So, even our MVP is having difficulty in this water. I think this is just making it very difficult for people. I think Colin is like, oh man, I'm an expert swimmer. I can get stuff done. Maginos is like, I'm an old guy that turned into a mouse that has a wooden staff next to him. Maybe he's using the staff to keep afloat in the water. I don't know. But obviously he's very preoccupied at the moment with a lot of other things, cannot be able to attack that rat warrior, but he does get 2 cheese. So he's storing up some energy, and he might be able to use that Mystic Bolt ability next turn. So now we're actually going to go to the rat warrior's turn. So now we have 3 full healthy rat warriors gonna try to take us down. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to have this rat warrior take its turn first. So this rat warrior over in the corner, he's gonna roll his movement die, and he gets 2. So he can move any 2 spaces. Well, looking over here, the closest route that he can have to these guys is probably gonna move right here and then right here. The idea is to try to make sure that these are adjacent spaces to each other. So he's gonna make this gap, and then it seems like he can move over here into here. Now you're probably wondering, okay, so how does this work now with minions in water spaces? Actually, any spaces that would normally impact a mouse, like a mouse trap or a water space, does not even impact minions. They can get through it pretty easily. So this rat warrior is going to land right here into the water. So now this rat warrior has many choices, but like I said before, on the first tile, they're going to go for who's first on the initiative track, and that, of course, is going to be Colin. So this rat warrior will attack Colin. And he will attack Colin for 1. So that rat warrior attacks Colin for 1. Luckily, Colin has his leather breastplate and his 1 defense. So Colin will roll against that 1 hit, and he will roll. He will roll a defense, and he will block that hit, and that will not hit Colin. So that rat warrior tried to slice at Colin. He was able to defend. That is pretty awesome. So now we're actually going to go to this rat warrior now and have this rat warrior complete its turn. We're going to roll for this rat warrior. This rat warrior gets a 1. Now let's see, what can we do with this rat warrior? Well, from his space, he can either move here or go right into the water. I'm going to say, let's just jump right into the water here. So they are surrounded on both sides by these rats. This is not looking good for our crew, and we are going to roll for attack. So since Colin was already attacked by the rat warriors this turn, what's going to happen is going to go to the next person on the initiative track, which is Tilda. So the Tilda will be attacked by this rat warrior, and we're going to see how this rat warrior does. This rat warrior gets 2 hits on Tilda. Luckily, Tilda has her leather breastplate and her 1 defense, so she will get 2 die to defend with. And we will roll for Tilda's defense. And Tilda will block one of those hits. Boom! Block one of them, but one of them actually gets through and hits Tilda. And now Tilda is going to get another wound. So Tilda's going to get another wound added to her card. 1 more and she gets captured. Now it's going to go to that 3rd rat warrior. And this 3rd rat warrior up here in this corner, and we're going to attack with him. So let's see how we're going to do with that guy. So let's first roll for movement. That guy gets 3 for movement, so he's going to get maximum movement. And he's going to go to the closest. I want to say probably the closest. He can bridge that gap, so you can move here possibly. So that's 1, 2, and he's going to go for the person highest on the initiative track, which is Maginos, that has not been attacked yet, and he's going to go in here and attack Maginos. So we actually have another rat now in the same space as our 3 heroes, and he's going to attack Maginos. So let's see how this rat does. He actually hits Maginos for 1 hit. What's going to happen is now Maginos is going to have to defend. He only has 1 defense die. Let's see what we can do, Maginos. Ew, and he blocks it. How awesome is that? So Maginos comes in with that 1 defense, blocks that hit, showing off his strength even in his old age, and he's able to defend against that rat warrior. So now the rat warriors end their turn, but what we're going to have to do now is actually move their initiative card up 1 on the initiative track. So now they're in the 3 spot instead of the 4 spot. But now we're going to end the rat warrior's turn. Wow, so those rat warriors were really trying to get to us. Tilda gets another wound. She's 1 wound from being captured. I'm just going to put a kind of a suggestion in there for next time for you guys if you want in your comments. But, I'm not going to try to influence your decisions, but Tilda's kind of hurting right now. But Maginos and Colin were able to successfully defend in their attacks. Colin's was very impressive, as well as Maginos, even with that one defense, being able to block that one hit from the Rat Warrior. Really impressive, really cool to see. So now let's go on to Nez's turn and see how he does. And now finally, we have Nez, the burly tinkerer. So I said already that I wanted to control Nez, and I'm going to actually continue to control Nez throughout the entire story. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to actually use that Tinkerer's Treasure that's been in my book bag. When you have something like the Scroll or the Tinkerer's Treasure, it's something that you can use immediately. So that's just something to kind of think about. So what I'm going to do is actually, on Nez's turn, the first thing I want to do is I want to use this Tinkerer's Treasure, put it to some good use, and I'm going to look through the search deck for an item that I think I might want to have on my side. So the one that I think actually kind of makes sense for us right now is the Thimble Helm. And I'll show it to you guys on the screen. And the Thimble Helm states when the wearer of this helm draws a treachery card from the search deck, discard that card, and draw again. I'm going to put that Thimble Helm into my pack because I cannot equip cards while I'm in water. So you reshuffle the search deck, you put it back in its spot, and now what we're going to do is actually, well, let's actually do something with Nez, huh? So what we're going to do is roll for movement, and Nez gets 2, so plus his 1 would normally give him 3, but he can't actually do anything at the moment. And remember about that lovely thing about his hammer, and I'll show that to you guys again on the screen. If you look, when attacking a figure with this hammer, if that figure is in the same space as this mouse, only add +1 to this mouse's battle instead of +2. So we want to make sure that we're not in the same space as this rat. So what we're going to do is I'm going to, of course, attack this rat right here, and I'm going to try to get all 4 dice in that attack. So we're going to attack that rat with all 4 dice. I'm going to re-roll this one because it didn't get fully on there, and there we go. So we have 2 hits, and we got a cheese, so we're going to add 1 cheese to Nez's stash, and we're going to take these 2 away, and we're going to use those 2 to roll for the rat defense. So let's see how well that rat defends. Oh wow, the rat just is totally taken off guard. He was probably focusing on this group over here. Nez comes in with his hammer, bam! Right in that water space, and that rat warrior is destroyed. Does not even defend himself against that attack. Now what the lovely thing is now is that Nez just cleared up this whole space. So now what he's going to do is just going to move in right there, right into that space. Now normally what he would do is actually move down into this space, but this space is actually full because it already has 4 small figures within it. So he's going to stay right here in this space and kind of look on at his friends and kind of hope that maybe they can be able to take down these rat warriors on their turn. Awesome. So Nez was able to create a Thimble Helm out of that Tinkerer's Treasure, taking all those materials. He's in the water, just kind of scurrying about, trying to make something, makes a quick Thimble Helm. So obviously we can't equip items just as of yet in water spaces because we can't do free actions, but hopefully when he gets out of the water, we can be able to put that Thimble Helm right on Nez's head. But Nez is also able to do another thing, and that's take down that rat warrior right next to him in the water and move over 1 space. Trying to act like that good closer. It seems things are going pretty well for our mice. Turn 3, I would say, was a pretty productive turn. We got the fish hook and thread. We're able to take down a rat warrior. But next turn, we still have 2 rat warriors to worry about. Trying to get out of this water space, get to the other side with everyone there, and be able to move into the next tile. So it's really going to be a kind of rush
right now in turn 4. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen. Please leave a comment. I'm going to say another thanks and shout out to MelodiousZachB and Jim Medlock for leaving comments on my page. For this turn, feel free to leave a comment for Colin, Tilda, and Maginos. Leave their names, put down their moves and actions. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.